Ang dami-dami mong gustong gawin. You have more ideas than energy, more ambition than clarity, more tabs open in your brain than you can act on. So sobrang dami nung mga bagay na yun, di mo na alam kung anong uunahin. But hindi ikaw yung problema. You're not lacking in creativity. Alam mo kung anong kulang mo? Filters. So today, let's reset that. Welcome to Your Creative Reset, a podcast for creatives who are just tired of all the hustle. It's time to create differently with purpose, wisdom, and creativity. By grace, not grind. I'm your host, Danix. Now close those 16 open tabs because your reset starts now. When I was starting out, or even as I was trying to begin again, one of the things that hindered my progress was never the lack of ideas. In fact, ang dami-daming pumapasok sa isip ko. There are a ton of things that I wanted to start. I have so much time, I have so much energy that I wanted to, for example, skill ko kaya yung agency ko na finally mag-hire na kaya ako ng team para pag may projects na pumasok, meron na akong team na go-to, na sila na lang yung tatawagan ko lagi. Sila na lang yung, we build this agency together, something like that. Or mag-start kaya kami ng pet shop ng partner ko kasi may mga pusa kami, 'di ba? Sayang din 'yun, libreng vet na din 'yun, tapos yung food nila and other supplies dun na sa business na yung manggagaling. Or what if kaya we do the real estate or become a financial advisor, teach financial literacy, whatnot. So sa sobrang dami ng mga bagay na 'yon, akala ko clarity would come kapag nag-brainstorm pa ako harder, I write more lists, join tons of masterminds. I thought clarity would happen kapag ginawa ko yung mga bagay na yun. But the more I tried to figure it out, the more stuck I felt. They say that clarity comes when you take action. Pero naisip ko nun, how can I take action when I don't know which of these steps na alam ko in my head is the first action that I should take? And honestly, I knew I didn't need to work harder. I just needed a simple framework that I'll be able to sort it out. I'm sure, one way or another, ikaw na nakikinig nito have also experienced the same. Yung ang dami mong gustong gawin, ang dami mong gustong simulan. Pero yung mga bagay na yun, hindi mo siya masimulan, hindi mo ma-launch yung mga ideas na nasa utak mo kasi na-overwhelm ka kapag nagsa-start ka ng mag-plan. And in this episode, I wanted to walk you through the filters that I use to help me move a needle. Hindi siya perfectly clear, hindi rin siya instantly strategic, but it's clear enough for you to take one step forward without the panic, without the pressure, without the overwhelm. And when I was planning on recording this episode to share to you the filters that I have, I wanted it to be rooted into something deeper, not just a list that I made up, if you know what I'm saying. And I really believe in my heart that the Bible isn't just a spiritual guide or a religious material we can learn from. It's actually a wisdom manual for life. And for us, business people, creatives, even dito sa bagay na pinupursue natin, we can also use the principles that can be found in the Bible. Although you cannot find any direct or literal teaching about branding, marketing, you know what I'm saying. But it would always bring us back to clarity, intention, purpose, and wisdom. And the filters that I wanted to share with you, I found a passage in Proverbs chapter 4 that felt almost like giving me a framework when I need it. It felt like a roadmap on how I will be able to filter things that I wanted to do, that I wanted to work on. So, not just for faith, but for how we move through the overwhelm in our creative life too. It's found in Proverbs chapter 4, 23 to 27. It says here, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Avoid all perverse talk, stay away from corrupt speech. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. Don't get sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil. Okay. So this isn't just about morality, okay? It's about discernment, alignment, and wise focus. By the way, yung Proverbs, written siya by the wisest and the richest man that ever lived in the Bible, si King Solomon. And I'm not trying to turn this podcast into a Bible study. It's just a mini masterclass on how this can be our practical strategy for sorting through the noise, the pressure that's in our heads, around us, and the constant pull to do everything, everywhere, all at once. So I just wanted it anchored into something na pwede nating balikan anytime. So, let's go to filter number 1, knowing who you are. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So, your heart, yung heart kasi natin, nandito yung identity natin. We all know that it is in our heart where we find what motivates us. It's in our heart that we find our desires. And as a creative, na yung mga ginagawa natin is very personal because it's really heartfelt. It's out of passion that we create, diba? So, when that's unguarded or unclear, yung ideas natin nagfo-flow from pressure, hindi na siya purpose. Kasi it is unguarded and unclear kung sino tayo. So, our heart is where our creative direction would start. Hindi sa news feeds, hindi sa another brainstorming, sa masterclass, or what have you. Hindi rin dito sa podcast na to. Your heart is where your creative direction will start. When your identity is rooted in proving or pleasing other people or trying to prove yourself, every idea or every creation that you have will reflect that. If your heart is unguarded or unclear, lahat ng lalabas dyan, magiging out of pressure lang din. So, you don't need any new idea ngayon. What you need is a clearer sense of who you are and who you're becoming. The Proverbs reminds us that everything flows from the heart. So that's where we need to start. Kapag marami kang ideas, you can first start asking, who are you when you're not trying to impress anyone? Bakit mo ba to gustong gawin? Sino ka ba? What's really inside your heart? The second filter is check the voice you're following. Avoid all perverse talk. Stay away from corrupt speech. Perverse talk here isn't just about lies. It's the inner dialogue we've accepted as truth. Yung mga things that are in our head, inside our heads, na I should be further by now. This has to be perfect. I'm 30. I should have everything figured out already. So we have to discern whose voice we're listening to. Who's the inner critic? Yung expectation ba ng mundo, ng mga tao sa paligid natin sa atin, or yung expectation mo para sa sarili mo? You have to filter out the noise that isn't true to who you are or who you are becoming. In fact, the most noise isn't external. These are the internal dialogues. And these internal dialogues shapes our reality. It shapes our lives more than we realize. Some of us may still be following what a past version of us wanted or chasing what we think would make us look more accomplished. So, akala mo, pinupurso mo pa rin yung dream mo pero hindi na pala yun yung gusto mo. Pinaninindigan mo na lang pala. So, this filter would help us let go of what no longer fits and embrace who we are becoming. So, you can take a pause and ask yourself, what unspoken belief is this idea trying to validate? Am I creating from identity or insecurity? If no one clapped, would I still create this? Would I still pursue this thing if no one would appreciate it? The third filter is decide what this really is for. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. You have to know what you're aiming for. Ano yung gusto mong mangyari? Bakit mo gagawin to? Bakit mo ginagawa to? So, this filter is all about intention. It's not just what you're building, but why you're building it. Alam mo, sa dami ng mga mental tabs natin, it's easy to forget the purpose behind every project that we do or everything that we're trying to pursue. It's easy to forget all those things. In fact, you don't need 10 new strategies, 10 new ideas. What you need is just one that would move something forward. Are you creating to impress or to impact? Is it to perform or to serve? Gusto mo lang ba marami kang maging clients? Gusto mo lang ba maraming mag-trust sa'yo? Or you really are doing this because you wanted to serve? Gusto mo ma-bless ka because alam mo, pag na-bless ka, mas makakapag-bless ka pa ng iba. Either yung team mo, yung mga taong nag-work with you, or your family. Your purpose doesn't have to be flashy. It just needs to move someone. At yung someone na yun, minsan hindi ibang tao, ikaw. That someone should be you first. So you can ask, what would make this idea feel complete even if no one else will see it? If I finish this, what do I hope it does? In others or in me? The fourth filter, follow the energy of peace, not pressure. Give careful thought to the paths of your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. So it means that you don't rush. You think through what you're walking into. This is where our discernment should kick in. Ano ba yung nararamdaman mo as you're doing these things? Is it peace or nape-pressure ka? Alam mo yung peace, it doesn't always mean na kalmado ka lang. It's not always chill. But you know that you have peace as you do things if you're just steady. Yes, may kaba, pero parang excitement yung kaba. More leaning towards excitement. Pero it's still, you're feeling steady. This is also, sometimes, yung mga ideas mo, it would make you feel electric. But others would just make you feel anxious. Kaya kailangan, meron kang filter to know the difference. I hear some people would say, push past the fear. Pero let me tell you this, that not every resistance is fear. Sometimes it's misalignment. Sometimes yun yung nudge na, teka lang, tignan mo muna. Is it peaceful o pressure? Nape-pressure ka lang kaya kailangan mong gawin to. You can ask yourself, is this idea rushing me or it's rooting me? Am I creating from freedom or from fear? Is this anxiety or anticipation, excitement? Filter number 5 is choose what you can commit to. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Keep your foot from evil. So you have to stay grounded. Don't get pulled in every direction because commitment is protection. Protection from burnout, from indecision, from resentment. Because some ideas would really look amazing until you realize you cannot carry them in peace. I mean, with peace. So, parang, nga no, ang ganda nun. Tapos, sisimulan mo siya hanggang sa marirealize mo na lang na, ay, hindi ko pala kaya. I took a bite more than I can chew. Other commitments doesn't look flashy, but they feel faithful. Yung kaya mo siya kahit parang simple lang. Pero nag-commit ka sa isang bagay na to, ang simple lang naman gawin yan. Mas simple nga, mas may impact pa siya and that matters more. The path you choose needs your yes, not your maybe. And lagi ko nga ding sinasabi, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a no. So you have to determine na gusto mo ba talaga to? Pag ginusto mo ba to, kaya mo bang mag-commit dito? Kung kakayanin yung mga ganong sagot, eventually marirealize mo hindi mo pala kaya. So you could ask yourself, am I willing to show up for this? Even when it gets quiet, slow, or unsexy? Yung ikaw na lang yung gumagawa. Kaya mo pa ba? What are you willing to build slowly, imperfectly, but wholeheartedly? Yung kaya mo siyang simulan at tapusin ng buong puso. So if your mind's been loud and every idea feels urgent, yung ang dami-daming gumugulo sa isip mo, kalahati na ng taon, ano nang nangyari dun sa 2025 mo, it's almost mid-year. What about your goals? What happened? The things that you wanted to start this year. I hope these 5 filters would help you pause, breathe, and move with more peace. Because you don't need a million ideas. You don't need tons of strategy. What you need is alignment. Let me quickly walk you through them one more time. Filter 1 is know who you are. Everything flows from the heart. Know what's inside your heart. Second, check the voice you're following. Not all the noise is truth. Is the voice in your head your truth? Third, decide what this really is for. Create with intention, not with impulse. Ano yung gusto mong mangyari as you continue? Fourth is follow peace, not pressure. Misalignment often disguises itself as urgency, kailangan. But is it peaceful kapag ginagawa mo siya? May kaba pero steady ba? And last but not the least, choose what you can commit to because faithfulness beats flashiness. Kailangan yung consistent. May commitment, hindi lang basta consistent diba? Meron dun yung commitment mo to do it, to complete it, and to pursue it. Each filter is rooted not to spiritualize your creativity. This podcast doesn't aim to spiritualize things around you or what have you, but this aims to simplify things for you. The goal isn't more productivity. It's peace in your process. And maybe the clearest sign that you're on the right path is that it feels like, alam mo yun, parang lahat tumutugma. Not just momentum, pero yung may inner peace ka, may kaba ka, pero excited ka. Yung ganong pakiramdam na alam mong kaya mo tong gawin kahit it takes so much time, pero alam mong kaya mong mag-commit. If even just one of this would help you shift your focus today, I would really love to hear which one hit the hardest. Share mo yon sa comments, rate mo this podcast on how somehow it's trying to help you and how this episode really felt na this is what I needed. There's a comment section and in the show notes, I'll put the email there. So let me know how this helped you. Thank you for having your reset with me. My name is Danex. If this episode helped you, share it with a fellow creative who might need it too. And please let me know what you think of the episode by leaving a review. Let's keep creating with purpose, wisdom, and creativity, all by grace, not grind. See you on your next Creative Reset.